Nation. It is March 21st. 10 a.m. here on the East Coast time, 9 a.m. Central time, 6 o'clock in the Hawaiian time, wherever you're at. Hope you're enjoying today so far. It is a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. But we got some free agent talks to talk about. OBJ, Ryan Tannehill, Tyler Boyd. And of course, we got our quarterbacks. We got to talk about our quarterback March Madness bracket. But first.
And now, Mike's thoughts.
Caleb Williams had his pro day at USC yesterday. He didn't come out there really and wow the crowd with his impressive arm strength or his impressive ability to roll the pocket or do this. It was a very, very 50 scripted plays. Here's what I got. This is what you get. And bada bing, bada boom, I can throw the deep ball too. It was a duck, but I can throw the deep ball too. But guys, let me ask you this question. Many people, Wayne G, my man from NFL Experts, I believe he is on tonight. I think it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? I don't even know what note today. What is today? Today's Thursday. They're on last night. I missed a show. Dang it. But he says pro days are supposed to be perfect. Pro days are supposed to be out there to basically kind of just showcase what you got. Caleb Williams' pro day was good. Was it perfect? Nah, to be determined. But there are many people out there saying that Caleb Williams is going to be the number one overall pick to Chicago Bears. There's been people out there that be kind of like, hey, Caleb Williams should pull a old Eli Manning saying, I don't want to go to Chicago. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down, baby. I already questioned your personality. I already questioned your transition into the NFL. I already questioned can you keep your emotion in check? Caleb Williams, don't be rocking the boat, man, because Jaden Daniels is right there to take you for the number one spot. But Caleb Williams did have a pretty impressive pro day. He did get to throw the ball with Keenan Allen during spring practice. Were you guys impressed with the pro day at all? Let me know in the comments. But cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation! Rise up.
Yeah.
See ya!
Let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the plays. You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw. Steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off. Get it hype, this man, our sport talk. Yeah. From the quarterback to the lineman, everybody bringing heat. You don't really want to try them. Hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? Let's go.
Let's go! What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Blackhouse with the Man Hour. Head over to NFLtoday.co. Let me pull up that screen for you guys. Look at this. Look at this website. Look how beautiful this website is. NFLtoday.co. We got our blogs there. We got the live stream over there on the right-hand side. Oh, you want some stats? You can click on your team. Let's click on, I see James in the chat. Let's click on his beautiful Miami Dolphins. We click on the Miami Dolphins. It loads, bada bing, bada boom. We click on the player roster. Oh, we got the roster right there. Scroll down a little bit. We got a little bit of Mike White. We got some Tua. We got some James Blackman. Got some Jeff Wilson. Oh, you want some stats from Tua? Click on my man Tua. Click on Tua. Look at that beautiful face. We got Tua Tagovailoa right there. 6'1", 217 pounds from the Alabama. We should probably put Oklahoma there, but whatever. And then we got the stats from last year. We got the passing stats. We got the rushing stats. Oh, you want last year's stats? Oh, you can click on that down link right there. Bada bing, bada boom. It's not loading right now, but you can go. We can go back to all into 2019, guys. But I want you to head up to NFLtoday.co. Check out the website. Check out the blog score. Check out the merchandise section as well. And also, in the comments below, guys, there's a link to become a Pigskin Pundit. There's still time to get your Pigskin Pundit membership active to get the second quarter merch. Sending out shirts April 1st. Bada bing, bada boom. You'll get your shirts in probably a week or so after it is shipped out. But this is a live, interactive show. Comments are encouraged. Feel free to talk your shit in the comments below. But be ready to defend yourself, because I am on one today. We've been sipping on the loosey-goosey goose, and be ready to defend your damn self. But we got to welcome some people into the chat here. Welcome some people into the Pigskin Pundit Thunderdome, baby. We got my man, Jim Powell is a Pigskin Pundit. He says, what's up? What's up, Jimmy? What is up, my man, Jim Powell? What is up, what is up, what is up? And he says, Caleb Williams is a prima donna. Caleb Williams is nothing but a prima donna. What? You're right. You are right, baby. John Peoples in the show, another Pigskin Pundit out there. He says, how you do, all? What it do, man? What it do, what it do, what it do? We got my man James Chamberlain in the chat. He says, I think Caleb Williams is going to be a mid at best in the NFL. James thinks, hey, if you take Caleb Williams #1 overall, you are just getting yourself an Eli Manning at the end of the day. Nice mid-tier quarterback. Might take it to the championship and beat Tom Brady twice. Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe he comes in and beats Patrick Mahomes twice. Who knows? Maybe. But he's just going to be a mid-level, entry-level quarterback. Nothing special, nothing too bad, nothing boom right there. Kind of like Tua. Kind of like your boy Tua. Nice there right in the middle. We also got my man XD Gamer in the chat. He says, thoughts on Marvin Harrison Jr. not doing the NFL Combine and Pro Day. Will this affect his stock? So, when I first heard that Marvin Harrison Jr. was not doing the Combine, I was like, yeah, whatever. There's a lot of people not doing the Combine. Not doing the Pro Day. I'm like, whoa. What are you, too good for us? And then people are like, oh, if you can't evaluate film for the last 2 years, you're not doing it right. And I was on the fence of saying, hey, it isn't about your skill set. It is about how you interact with me. It is about how you interact with your teammates. It is about how you interact with the media and this, like how do you handle the limelight? It is reported that the New York Jets want to move up to #4 to #5 to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. Are you going to be able to handle the media and Aaron Rodgers, little diva man himself? The question, all those questions were answered when his dad, Marvin Harrison Sr., talked for Marvin Harrison Jr. I was like, this is the most stupidest thing ever. Why are you not performing at the Pro Day? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Marvin Harrison Sr. said it the best. Hall of Famer, wide receiver, said it the best. Saying, hey, we are treating ourselves as professionals right now. What is your receivers doing right now? They're in Cancun, painting their face, relaxing. They are resting for the upcoming NFL season. They are getting bigger. They're getting stronger. They're getting faster, but they're also relaxing. They aren't out there grinding 24/7 to beat themselves into the ground, because the NFL season is a long season. You got 18 weeks of the regular season. You got 5 weeks in the playoffs. You got 3 months of training camps, OTAs, rookie camps, etc. We got a long season ahead of us. We're preparing for like pros. So I think Marvin Harrison Jr. did the right thing. He is following his dad's leadership. Now, if it was anybody else, if I'm not a pro, like I was never in the NFL, I'm clearly not going to be in the Hall of Fame, right? But if I were to say that to about my kids, like, hey, we're treating ourselves like pros, whatever, people are like, oh, what the fuck do you know about being a pro, right? It's the fact that it came from Marvin Harrison Sr. Marvin Harrison Jr. did not do all this stuff, and I think it's smart. I think it is smart, right? You weren't going to hurt your stock. Well, I mean, you could, in theory, hurt your stock, but you're not going to improve your stock, right? Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best receiver in this class on paper, and he can't help his stock. He can't all of a sudden jump to #1 overall pick. That's going to be Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, one of those guys. Hell, J.J. McCarthy seems to be popping up there as well. But I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you upset that Marvin Harrison Jr. did not do his pro day or the combine? Or are you guys mad thinking that, hey, I already am a professional. I don't need that crap. John says it's the unity and loyalty. What do you mean by that, John? I am confused by that. What do you mean by the unity and loyalty? John says, you and the Queese better be prepared. I feel like Christmas for the Raiders this season. Oh, John. Oh, John. Oh, John. Listen. Since Patrick Mahomes has been in the NFL, John, look at me. Put that solo mode on. Look deep into my eyes. Look at this mustache. I didn't grow the mustache just because. I didn't mess up my trimming of the beard just because. I did it just for you. I did it for you because I am patrolling this comment section. And this is unacceptable. This comment right here, look at it right here. This comment is unacceptable. The Raiders are nothing but a 6-win team, Mr. John Peoples. The Raiders are going to be nothing but a mediocre franchise for the rest of their existence. I don't care if you move up to number 2 overall and you drafted Jaden Daniels. Nobody wants to be in Vegas. The only reason why you got Kristen Wilkes to come to Vegas is because of a huge payday. Guess what? Max Crosby's going to want that huge payday. You're not going to be able to pay him. He's going to get out of town. No loyalty there. Your loyalty and unity comment. Get that out of town. It's all about the Benjamins at the end of the day. You can feel like Christmas Day all you want. You're going to get hype over one win over the Super Bowl champs, and you think your season is successful. Come on, John. Come on, man. You're better than that, baby. He's selfish, period. Are you talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. is selfish? I don't think he's selfish. I think he's smart. XD Gamer asked the question, will Max Crosby be traded by the NFL trade deadline? I don't know what Max Crosby contract looks like. I don't know if he's locked in for a couple more years, what the dead cap hit would like look like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not an expert by that any means. I really don't understand the whole dead cap hit. Like, I feel like if you can trade somebody and move on, I should be able to, like, without the dead cap hit. But I digress from that. If the Raiders are a shitty-ass team like I think they're going to be, they have Adrian O'Connell as their starting quarterback. I got a better mustache than that kid does. But if the Raiders are a underperforming team come NFL trade deadline, did you guys hear if they have moved the trade deadline back? I know they've been kind of entertaining the idea a little bit, but as of right now, it's like week 9. If the Raiders are a 2-7 team, 3-6 team at that particular point going into Halloween weekend, right before the trade deadline, and somebody, not the Kansas City Chiefs, not the Chargers, not the Broncos, come calling, a NFC team comes calling the Chicago Bears saying, hey, we need a pass rusher. We'll give you a first-round pick. Yeah. If it's anybody in the NFC offering a first-round draft pick to Max Crosby, yeah. Maybe, potentially, he could be traded, but only if the Raiders are a complete shit show. Antonio Pierce being fired by week 8, like I said. Potentially. Captain Cheesy has spoken. It ain't easy being cheesy. James says, for a guy like him who his dad is, it's here nor there if he does the combine or pro day. It's actually probably better to lessen. It's better to lessen from a Hall of Fame wide receiver like his dad. So basically, James is saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. is learning from his dad, a pro footballer, a NFL wide receiver, a Hall of Famer. I think his dad knows what he's doing. John says, better, not better than the stew, though. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? I don't know. But, guys, the NFL rules meeting has kind of been taking place. The offseason meetings are taking place. The pro days are taking place. But one of the things that have come up is the new kickoff rule. Let me bring up my NFL Today, and this is like we have a blog about this over at NFLtoday.co explaining the new rules, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, this is a new hybrid kickoff that they are proposing. It has not been passed yet. Voting is until like March 27th, I think it is, or something crazy like that. We have about a week. So let it spew, let it really work out, iron the details. But this is going to be a new NFL hybrid kickoff. Basically, you are still going to kick the ball from the 35-yard line, but you are going to move the kickoff start line up to their 40-yard line, and then the other team can start 5 yards at the 35-yard line, much like the XFL did a couple years ago. Now, you see this landing zone right here. This landing zone is where the kicker is trying to kick the ball. Okay? They are trying to bring the kickoff back into the game because we are tired of just the kickers kicking it out of the end zone, squid kicking it, doing whatever, right? So from what I understand right now, if a kicker with this new hybrid kickoff rules, if the kicker kicks it into the end zone, the offense gets the ball at the 35-yard line. They get the ball at the 35-yard line if they kick the ball into the red zone. Into the end zone there. Now, if the person catching the ball catches it in the landing zone and decides to fair catch it, they then get the ball at that particular spot. Now, if the ball doesn't go into the landing zone, they get the ball at the 40-yard line. So basically, this is good for weak-legged kickers that cannot kick it into the end zone. Because you want to land between the 0, the goal line, and the 20 is the landing zone. That's where you have to kick the ball to. So when you guys look at this kickoff, sorry, and let me scroll back down here a little bit. When you look at this kickoff, do you like it? Do you like it at all? I mean, this adds a hell of a lot more strategy into this game. Because I was talking to it with my dad last night. I try to talk to my dad at least twice a week. I've been trying to do a hell of a lot more diligent on that because, time flies by when you're having fun. You realize, shit, I haven't talked to him in like a month. But this landing zone is going to basically force you to return the ball or fair catch it wherever, right? It is going to be a lot more strategizing at the end of the game because think about this. You just scored. You go up by 6 points. There's 10 seconds left. What does the kicking team normally do with like 6 seconds left on a clock when you're up by the score? You squid the ball down the field. Well, now you can't do that because it has to land in the landing zone. Because if you squid it, the ball hits the ground. It's a dead ball. The offense gets the ball at the 40 and no time has gone off the clock. This is just a really, really interesting potential kickoff that we have here. So they're still kicking the ball off from the 35. That hasn't changed. It just you can no longer kick it into the end zone because now you get the ball at the 35. If you don't make it to the landing zone, you get the ball at the 40. I don't know. A lot more exciting stuff happening here. Let me guys know what you think. Minshew stash. No, Minshew had the chops. I didn't want that. John says they are trying to speed up the game. They're trying to speed the games up with shorter drives. I don't think that's the case. mean, you really can't speed up a timed game by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, for a longer drive, the clock's going to be clicking nonstop, so that's going to speed up the game in general. If you have these nice short drives, 4 plays here, 5 plays there, you're going to kick the ball off a hell of a lot more, and the clock is stopped during those kickoff and special teams plays. So James says, so Denver is always going to get the ball at the 40 when playing at home. Yeah. Altitude, whatever, right? I didn't think about that. You're going to have a freaking high school kicker like out there. Hell, have the freaking Odell Beckham Jr. kick your balls off for you, or Justin Reed, right? Get those non-kickers out there kicking the balls for you on the kickoff. James says, so it's definitely where the ball hits the ground, or is it where the receiving team touches the ball? What are you asking? So if the ball does not land in the landing zone, meaning the ball has to travel in the air past the 20-yard line, wherever it hits the ground, whether it's before the 20 or not, the offense will get the ball at the 40. So if your kicker kicks it into the end zone, the offense gets the ball at the 35. If he doesn't make it to the landing zone, the offense gets the ball at the 40. So I'm not for sure if the kicking team can go up and catch a ball that's before the landing zone. See, like, these are all kind of rules that we don't know yet, right? What happens if you get a 15-yard penalty and it's assessed on the kickoff? Do you move the kicker back? Does the landing zone move back? Like, what happens, right? There's still a lot of what ifs. That's why the voting isn't for like another 6 days, 8 days, and they'll figure it out. Jim says, damn, skill PO is ruining the game. I mean, honestly, kickoffs were kind of ruined when they changed the onside kick rule. I mean, if you want to talk about it just like that. John says eliminating the kick return because of the ballistic hits. But they're not eliminating the kickoff return. They're actually making it more enticing to return the ball now, right? Because if you kick it into the end zone, you get it at the 35. You kick it before the 20, you get it at the 40. You kick it between the 20 and the 0, where the receiving team can catch it. They are encouraging kickoffs, right? Or kickoff returns. They're encouraging it. So I don't think they're trying to take it away by any stretch of the imagination. As far as I'm concerned, they're trying to encourage it even more. That's what I think. Nobody cares about the kicker from Lithuania. Soccer bitch, QB and receivers included. Oh, man. Speaking of nobody cares about players, the NFL free agency is well upon us. We have a lot of free agents that are out there. And I'm going to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 of them and what their best fits might be. And I want you guys to play along in the chat here, okay? Let me know where you think this said player should go or will go. The first up is Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore is a free agent. He has spent the last recent 2 years between the Colts and the Cowboys. And he's definitely on the latter part of his career. He's 33 years old, spent much of his time with the Patriots. Last season, he did have 14 assisted tackles with 68 total tackles with 2 interceptions with the Dallas Cowboys. The previous year, he did have 66 total tackles with the 2 interceptions with the Colts. And then the previous year before that, he had 16 tackles with the Panthers with 2 interceptions. So when we look at Stephon Gilmore, guys, we think of a kind of a top tier cornerback, right? We think of a guy that could really maybe lock down a side of a field or at least mentor some young guys. Stephon Gilmore wants to win a championship ring. He does not have one. There have been many speculations of that he is going to go back to the New England Patriots because he does have experience with Coach Gerard Mayo. He does have experience with their defensive coordinator in DeMarcus Covington. So guys, does it make sense for Stephon Gilmore to go back to the Patriots? I mean, it makes sense on paper to go back to what you know. You spent what? Since 2012 there. I'm sorry. He spent 2012 with the Buffalo Bills, but he spent 4 years with the Patriots, dating back to 2017. I mean, if you want to win a Super Bowl ring in your older age, the New England Patriots are not a team that is going to be anywhere close to winning a championship this season. Even if the Red Sea parts, they strike gold with their quarterback situation. They figure out the defensive line again. Christian Gonzalez comes back and has an all-pro career. With Stephon Gilmore on the other side, I just don't see the New England Patriots win the Super Bowl this season. If Stephon Gilmore truly wants to win a Super Bowl, he is going to have to go to a team where he is probably going to be a backup. Let's just be honest. If he goes to the Ravens, going to be a backup. Goes to the Miami Dolphins, going to be a backup. Goes to the Dallas Cowboys, probably going to be a backup. Bland had a great season. Trayvon Diggs is back. Stephon Gilmore to the Patriots does make sense for him as far as career, but winning a championship, it is not. I like Stephon Gilmore going to a team like the Indianapolis Colts. I like Stephon Gilmore going back to the Colts to where, he can kind of resurrect his career. Because that cornerback, what is his name? Safety, Julian Blackmon, will be leaving the Colts. And so, therefore, right now the talk is bring in Justin Simmons. They're still short a cornerback. Bring in Stephon Gilmore, bulk up the secondary a little bit. But Stephon Gilmore back to the Colts kind of makes sense to me in my eyes. What do you guys think? John says, go to YouTube. There was some serious hot stat why they were going to change the rules. Okay. Definitely hot hits. Ant says, definitely not the Patriots. Stephon Gilmore is not going to go to the Patriots, although everything is pointing to where he is going to go to the Patriots. Does Stephon have experience with no Brady? I don't think so. Was Brady there? Yeah, Brady was there. John says nope. James likes Tampa. Stephon Gilmore to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That seems kind of like a good fit. I like it. I could see that. Next up on my list here is Jadeveon Clowney. Age 31, Jadeveon Clowney has been kind of team hopping the last couple seasons, but it is rumored that he will be signing with a team such as the Miami Dolphins, a Miami Dolphins team that much needed a pass rush assistant. Jadeveon Clowney has played teams with like the Texans, Seahawks, Titans, Browns, and most recently the Ravens last season. Last season, he did have 43 tackles with 9.5 sacks. Arguably one of his best seasons as a NFL player. So, guys, Jadeveon Clowney has made a habit of waiting out as long as possible to sign with a team. Last year when he signed with the Ravens, it was like what? Damn near training camp was practically over, and he's like, "Oh, I'll go sign with the Ravens." So don't be surprised if it's past Memorial Day, if it's past training camp, if OTAs and preseason game number 1 is 5 days away. Don't be surprised if Jadeveon Clowney has not signed yet. But Jadeveon Clowney to the Miami Dolphins, to me, makes the most sense. Losing Christian Wilkins is a huge loss. Last year, during the playoffs, the one thing that hurt the Miami Dolphins was depth at the defensive end. course, you went through 7 defensive ends in like 9 weeks. We get it. Everybody was getting hurt, but they need to build that pass rush. They have the best secondary in the NFL. Build that pass rush. Add him with Jaden Phillips in there, with Jadeveon Clowney on the other side. I like it. I like it a lot. If that were to happen, maybe, just maybe, the old Miami Dolphins might be front runners in the East. In the East. James says, yeah, he'd be good for depth in Miami. John says, Vegas, baby. Jadeveon Clowney isn't going to go to Vegas. He is not going to go to Vegas and sign a flyer for $9 million and sit the bench. Not going to happen. WBN says he needs to come back to Baltimore. Didn't he write a farewell tweet saying, it's been fun, Baltimore, but see you later or something? No. That was OBJ, right? Jadeveon Clowney does need to go back to Baltimore, but do they have the cap space to bring him back? I feel like he's probably going to want a nice little healthy $14, $15 million deal, just like Chase Young got with the Saints. I mean, it would make sense on paper. It would be great on paper. Team him up with the defensive tackle. I am not even going to try to pronounce his name, but you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. The M word with 17 syllables in it. Yeah. Going back to Baltimore would be fun. Would be fun if you were a Baltimore Ravens fans. Next up on the list is Julian Blackmon, the 26-year-old that we just spoke about. Julian Blackmon is currently a safety with the Indianapolis Colts. He is a free agent, but with the longstanding safety tandem of Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer splitting in Buffalo, kind of gives Buffalo Bills a front runner of bringing in a player like Julian Blackmon. Julian Blackmon to the Buffalo Bills makes the most sense. Julian Blackmon is a 4-year veteran, and his market should fit basically what the Buffalo Bills have in remaining cap space, about $8 million. Julian Blackmon to the Buffalo Bills. I like that. Justin Simmons. Caroline's Justin Simmons. She has been in my inbox damn near every day, worried about Justin Simmons leaving Denver. Justin Simmons is 30 years old and he was released as a free agent just last week. But there is an upside for Justin Simmons still. There's a chance that Justin Simmons can be a heart and soul of a safety of somebody out there. With that being said, Justin Simmons to a team like the Buffalo Bills as well makes a lot of sense. Justin Simmons to a team like the Indianapolis Colts make a lot of sense right now. Justin Simmons to the Tennessee Titans makes a lot of sense right now. But I'm going to take a flyer. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I think Justin Simmons is going to sign with the Denver Broncos. I think Justin Simmons is staying home with the Denver Broncos. Now, speaking of the Denver Broncos, we have a beautiful quarterback situation in Denver, i.e., they do not have a quarterback. There is a free agent out there by the name of Ryan Tannehill. He is 36 years young. There's a quarterback in Atlanta that signed a massive deal at 36 years old. Ryan Tannehill has kind of been the scapegoat for the Tennessee Titans the last couple seasons. When he went from Miami to the Tennessee Titans, he got better and better and better each season. But they're like, for whatever reason, they were not sold on Ryan Tannehill. Right now, Jarrett Stidham is the only quarterback on the Denver Broncos roster. They're probably going to draft a quarterback, but let's just be honest. They're going to need a guy to mentor. They're going to need a guy to come in and kind of right the ship, protect people from Sean Payton. Sean Payton does not like to start rookies. He does not like to play rookies. And he definitely does not like him, Jarrett Stidham. To me, Ryan Tannehill to the Denver Broncos makes the most sense. Speaking of Ants Ravens, Odell Beckham Jr., he tweeted out just a few days ago, giving his farewell speech to the Baltimore Ravens fans, saying, hey, it's been real, it's been fun, but deuces. Odell Beckham Jr. is 31 years old, and he has not been living his best life out on the field. Last season just had 35 catches for 565 yards. The year before that, injury year, 27 receptions, 305 yards with the Rams. And then, of course, he split that way like with the Browns with 17 catches with 0 touchdowns. Odell Beckham Jr. has not been a high-fly, flow-flying athlete for quite some time. His last 1,000-yard season was 2019 with the Cleveland Browns. Since 2020, he has not broke 1,000 yards. Hell, hasn't even broke 600 yards. So with that being said, Odell Beckham Jr., we look at him. Last year, he went on the free agent tour thinking, hey, I'm going to sign with these great teams, and ended up signing up with the Baltimore Ravens. Did not do a whole lot. LA Chargers, kind of cleaning house a little bit. Keenan Allen, out. Mike Williams, out. They still have Joshua Palmer, nice little rookie guy. They got a pretty high draft pick this season. They do have a good quarterback in Justin Herbert. I think Odell Beckham Jr. to the Chargers makes sense. Give him a little farewell tour, maybe sign a two-year deal, be second fiddle to Joshua Palmer. Got a nice little quarterback in Justin Herbert. Maybe, just maybe, we can win some games. Kind of went through that here pretty quick here, but let's see what you guys said in the comment over there. Ant says, yeah, and that was OBJ, and we got like $16, $18 million in cap space. Stanley gave some of that money back. So Ravens do have some room to play and sign some free agency. Bring back Jadeveon Clowney. Maybe bring in a player like Julian Blackmon or Justin Simmons. Add your depth back on the defense, right? Pittsburgh might snag Simmons and pair him up with Fitzpatrick. They got the cap space. That would be great. That would be bad for you, Ant, because the Ravens defense is already top notch. But Fitzpatrick and Simmons in that secondary, plus TJ Watt and Patrick Queen up on the front seven. Oof. Dangerous. James says Tannehill to Denver is a perfect bridge quarterback fit. I like it. I do like me. So I've always kind of been of a passive Ryan Tannehill rooter, always rooting for the best for him, right? I think he kind of got the bad shake in Miami, just like Josh Rosen. But yeah, Tannehill to Denver would be a great fit. And then John says OBJ to Vegas to replace Renfro. I'm not for sure if I like that, because when you look at the Raiders roster, already they have Devontae Adams, they have the tight end that they just picked up. I don't think OBJ would be a good fit in there. You don't want that diva in the locker room when Adrian O'Connell starts to play bad. You already have Devontae Adams. It's just a bad fit. Ant says OBJ to the 49ers, especially if Ayuk leaves. So we talked about this Tuesday, right? The Jacksonville Jaguars acquired about Brandon Ayuk, and the 49ers wanted a first-round pick plus a player. So if Brandon Ayuk leaves, I feel like it is going to be a top draft pick, and I feel like the 49ers would use that as leverage to move up in the draft even more. Then they would draft their receiver. Now, OBJ, if they don't get a receiver in the draft after trading Ayuk, if this were all hypothetically to happen, then yeah, I could see OBJ to the 49ers, and I think it would be a great fit. Be a great yin to the yang to Debo, right? Kind of got a big, strong receiver to a guy that can go on the outside, go to the outside. The 49ers trade Brandon Ayuk. Something is wrong. Jim says, again, the receivers and quarterbacks should play where they need it for free and be happy about it. All that money goes to the Hogs. John says, hater. I'm a hater because I don't like OBJ to the Raiders. I'm just trying to save you guys. I'm just trying to save Raiders fans. But, guys, it is March 21st. It is officially the first day of March. Well, I guess March Madness started on Tuesday and Wednesday, but I don't count those first 4 games in. But it is time for some March Madness talk here. And here over at Man Hour at NFLtoday.co, we are doing our quarterback March Madness. Last night, I put out the quarterbacks into seeds right here. So if you guys are not following us on the old Facebook page, you should be. But I did put out the seeds last night. So the number 1 seed in our quarterback March Madness is Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, and Matthew Stafford. Our number 2 seeds are Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, and the one and only Lamar Jackson. Number 3 seeds are Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, and Kyler Murray. Our 4 seeds are Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, and Anthony Richardson. Our 5 seeds are Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, and Baker Mayfield. Number 6, we do have Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, and Bryce Young. Our 7 seeds are going to be Deshaun Watson, Will Levis, Marcus Mariota, and Adrian O'Connell. And our 8 seeds are going to be Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Desmond Ridder, and the one and only Sam Howell. So why am I giving you guys these quarterback seeds? What we are going to do over here today, so starting today, I am going to put matchups here. So for example, matchup number 1 is going to be Patrick Mahomes versus Desmond Ridder. And the voting is going to be emoji based, right? If you are a pigskin pundit, you get a vote, and then the rest of the fans get a vote, and whoever gets the most votes for that quarterback will go on to the second round, third round, etc. What you are voting on in this quarterback March Madness battle is who will have the best season in 2024. Who do you think will have a better season, Patrick Mahomes or Desmond Ridder? If you think Patrick Mahomes, you give us a heart emoji, bada bing, bada boom. Monday morning, we calculate all the votes, and then we go on to round 2. Of course, like I said, I'll be posting them throughout the day. So, for example, we have Mahomes versus Ridder. Then we have Allen versus Bailey Zappi. Or sorry, who was our number 8 guy? Desmond Ridder. It'd be Sam Howell, actually. So, Josh Allen versus Sam Howell. You got Aaron Rodgers versus Mac Jones. And you have Matthew Stafford versus Justin Fields. So on and so forth, right? Number 1 seed will take on the 8 seeds. 2 will be 7. Just like March Madness bracket. I'll have a East, South, West, and Midwest bracket. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll have the final 4. And whoever gets the thing there. Ant says, where is Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson is a 6th seed. So look over here, bada bing, bada boom. Russell Wilson is sitting at a 6th seed with Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, and Bryce Young. That is where Russell Wilson will be sitting at. Now, I try to get starting quarterbacks in there, but obviously the Chicago Bears don't have a starting quarterback right now, right? The Washington Commanders kind of have a starting quarterback. The Patriots, who knows, right? So I basically took quarterbacks from last season and put them in there, and bada bing, bada boom. So, guys, be on the lookout for that. Look up for our quarterback March Madness bracket. Share the battles. Share it with the couple friends. And it is all fun and games at the end of the day. Who is going to have the best season? That's all we want to know. But, guys, enjoy the day. ELE, everybody love everybody. See you tomorrow. Full hour tomorrow. But we out.